Welcome to Profitable Women, a podcast for the female business owner who wants to build a profitable and sustainable business that aligns with their life. We will talk about the money stories impacting your decisions, financial strategies to grow your profits, and how to embrace your female superpowers. I'm your host, Sheila Hansen, certified public accountant, business mentor, and certified coach. As a mom of three and business owner, I have spent the last 7 years supporting six-figure business owners make confident financial decisions while raising my babies. After making the hard decision to leave my job at a public accounting firm when I had my oldest, I'm now on a mission to empower women to build wealth without sacrificing themselves. If you find yourself avoiding conversations about money, are burnt out from working all the time, wonder where your cash goes, or want to learn how to pay yourself six figures, you're in the right place. Remember, the information in this podcast is general in nature and for educational purposes only. For specific financial advice for your situation, please consult a professional. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to the show. Welcome back to Profitable Women. I am so excited to talk about this topic today. If you listened in on episode 5, why are you avoiding your finances? You know that mindset is such a big piece of what we're going to be talking about here on this podcast. And today's topic is along those same lines. And what I see time and time again is people coming and asking questions about the how-to and the tactical and getting stuck in those details. But what I have found after having lots of these conversations and doing the own inner work on myself is there is something that has to come before all of the tactical and the how-to. The part that has to come starts that domino effect of everything else getting you to those goals and those dreams and those desires that you have. That thing that has to come first is belief. Belief is the secret sauce that you will unlock in your business to change the trajectory that you are currently on. And it seems easy on the surface. I am here to tell you that work is hard. It is hard. And yet it is so powerful when we dig in and do it. So I am here to support you, and I am here to tell you that when you get on the other side of digging in and doing the hard work to become self-aware, to identify the money stories that you're telling yourself, your beliefs, whether it be money, whether it be goals, whether it be your business, whether it be your ideal schedule, whatever it is that you are looking to make some changes on in your life, when you can uncover what those stories and your current belief is and begin to heal and do the work necessary to change that belief, amazing, amazing things happen. So this kind of came up in my own coaching session. I'm looking at some goals that I'm looking to implement over the next few months or the year. And I knew, having been in a coaching program for a lot of years now, a lot of months, and therapy, I know that that work is so powerful and that part is so important. And before I jumped to the tactical how-to, like, how do I make this transition? I knew I needed to pause and take a moment to collect what my current thoughts leading to those beliefs are, whether I believe it could actually happen. Because I have to get those in order. I have to work on that before it ever matters what the step-by-step how-to is. Because if I don't get my thoughts in order, if I don't get that belief in order, the how-to will fall apart, right? Let's use changing pricing as an example. If that's something that is in your goals, to change your packages, up-level your pricing, bring in a different kind of customer than you currently are, sure, we can say tomorrow our price is 5 times what it was the day before. What is going to happen if we don't have belief is that we are going to struggle to show up in the way that we need to confidently state that price. We're going to fail to show up because we don't believe it. So how do we believe it? Oh my goodness, that's a loaded question. And it all comes down to self-awareness. It all comes down to what is it that we are currently telling ourselves, and why is it that we're telling ourselves that? The outside world is telling us that the standard work week is a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, 40-hour work week. Maybe your industry even has a higher standard than that, or a higher work week than that standard. But that doesn't have to be true for you. But in order for it to not be true for you, you have to think differently than all of those that are thinking that that is the only way to do it. That is the best way to do it. So we dig into what is it we are telling ourselves about that work week? What worth are we assigning to the time we are putting in versus the value we are providing? When did time become money? Those are the things and the beliefs that we have to dig into, the stories we have to dig into to begin to change what's possible for us. So during my own coaching session this week, she challenged me, do you believe it's possible? What would that look like for you? What would that feel like for you? Why do you want that to be true for you? What would that unlock for you? And once I became able to visualize what that would look like and feel like and what I would be able to be doing because that came true, I then became able to tap into all of the things that I needed to know or feel more confident about my ability to make that happen. And that is where the power came in. Have I produced that specific result that I'm going for now before? No. But have I made other changes that I can see when I made that change, this happened? And if I made something similar in a change now, that would continue me on this path of what my ultimate goal is. So I can begin to put those pieces together then on what that might look like and tap into just the little bit of courage I need right now for this next step, this little bit of belief in this next step to get me a little bit closer, but to show up in the way that I need to ultimately reach that goal. Hey there, fellow female business owner. Are you tired of sifting through endless articles, resources, and scrolling social media just to find the nuggets of wisdom that actually apply to your journey? Well, I've got something just for you. When you join our weekly email list, you will receive a go-to resource with actionable tips, inspiring stories, and valuable insights tailored specifically for women entrepreneurs like you. Each week, we deliver a dose of empowerment straight to your inbox, covering everything from mastering your money mindset to navigating the ever-changing landscape. Join other like-minded women who are leveling up their business and living their dreams. Sign up for the weekly email today, and let's conquer the business world together. Head on over to the show notes and find the link for you to enter your email address to get started. You'll be the first to hear about upcoming masterclasses and have weekly action items to contribute to your success. Sign up today. It's funny to me how these themes, similar themes, come up in various areas. So I was also on a call with a client today, and in the conversation, I mentioned something about getting through burnout or working through burnout and, kind of in ways being on the other side of it now. And that caught their attention and they said, oh, let's talk about that. Because when you are stuck in your current without believing that there is another way, you feel very trapped. And so the cycles keep continuing. We can see the patterns. And maybe we make small tweaks that adjust things a little bit, but we might fall back because the ultimate belief is not there. So then they asked, how did you work through that? And we talked through some things, but ultimately I said it was putting things in place before I was ready for that to ultimately be true. It was setting time and space in my schedule, even though my to-do list was so long. Because I did believe there was a place that I could run this business from that wasn't from a place of burnout. I believed that was true. How and the tactics, I didn't necessarily know, but I figured that part out. But those didn't come until I had the belief that it could be true. So I sit here today in your ear and I ask you, what are those things that you want to be different? What are those goals that you're going after that all logic would tell you maybe it's not possible? But what is it you truly desire? Spend some time there thinking about what would it look like? What would it feel like? What would be different for me if I reached this goal? And then unpack those thoughts and actions that you are currently doing to see where it is and what it is that's getting in your way of where you are today from where you want to be. And when you start to bring awareness to those, I pick up my phone and check my email multiple times a day or every 5 minutes. Why am I doing that? Is that serving me? Who said I should do that? Who says I need to respond as quickly as I am? Is it what's best for the customer? Is it what's best for me? Is there another process that I could implement that would be better for the both of us? Where am I going in my day that I'm adding to my list just to be able to cross it off? Those easy wins. But if I really thought about it, are they getting me to my ultimate goal? Am I avoiding, like we talked about in episode 5, are you avoiding your finances? Am I avoiding some sort of discomfort because it feels like an easy win? But if I were to lean into that discomfort, does that actually get me closer to my goals? And maybe that discomfort is uncovering why it is I struggle with believing that to be true to me. I know this is a heavy topic and there's so much around this, but if you find yourself wanting to know the tactical or jumping from provider to provider or coaching program to coaching program to get the specific tactics, it might be this. It might be that we need to dig into that belief. It might be we need to uncover those stories that we're telling ourselves. It might be we have to open the door to other options or other possibilities. And the more we can get clarity around what that looks like, the easier the belief will come. But the belief comes before the result. I am so glad you're here. If you haven't listened to episode 5 on avoiding your finances, I encourage you to do so. And I know this is hard, but this is the work that is so important. And this is the work that not everyone is willing to do. But I believe in my heart that you are worth it and you deserve it. We'll chat next week. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Profitable Women. Make sure you never miss an episode by hitting the follow button in your favorite podcast player. And things are always easier when you talk about them with a friend, so be sure to share this episode with them. If you're looking for more ways to grow your financial confidence, head to the show notes for a link to subscribe to our weekly email. Until next time.